Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Hardwood Nation podcast with your boy CL Anthony, my main man Bryce Ward, and the second greatest co-host in the world, Chef Pat. What's going on, fellas?
Fuck Boston.
It's always football.
Yeah, fuck that green. Fuck their green.
So speaking of people being fucked over, I want to have an in-depth conversation about CP. Our viewers, our 2 to 3 viewers, whoever, should know that on the court, CP3 is a dick and has always been a dick. Off the court, CP3 is a great pitch man. He's fantastic, right? But on the court, he's a dick, and that's fine because you need dicks on your team.
Yo, what?
I could have kept going with that, by the way.
The WNBA where they're throwing them out on the court.
Only at the Hardwood Nation, you need dicks on the team. So, with that said, I was floored.
No
I was floored seeing that on a road trip on the other side of the United States at 3:00 in the morning. The Los Angeles Clippers told Chris Paul to go home. Bryce, I'm gonna throw this. And I was up, like I woke up that morning probably like 4:00, and I saw it, and I'm like, "What is this shit?" You know what I'm saying? Just go with it, Bryce.
I mean, look, by all accounts, like it's a strange occurrence. How it happened, when it happened, all these things. In the days since, I've been seeing rumors and other information come out that insinuated, kind of like what you just said, that Chris Paul can be a bit of a dick, and I guess maybe the way he was coming off in the Clippers locker room was rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. And the initial report, I think, said he was trying to hold young players accountable. And there was a difference of opinion, I guess, on how to do that with the coaching staff. Since then, I've seen more stuff come out, I guess, again, insinuating him and Tyronn Lue. Right? That's his name, right? Tyronn Lue or Ty? Yeah. That they really seem to not get along. There's a clip of Lue calling out, it looked like Chris Paul in practice saying like, "No, we're not even gonna call it that." Like just kind of arguing with him, and then a clip or I guess some audio of, and I didn't even realize Jeff Van Gundy was coaching again.
He's been there a couple of years.
I just must have missed it or forgot about it. But he was quoted saying to Chris Paul, I guess Chris Paul was trying to change a defensive coverage and talking to Kawhi in game about it or something, and was basically telling Kawhi like maybe you should switch off of whoever. I think it was Klay Thompson they were talking about at the time, or whatever. He was just suggesting Kawhi do something different, and Jeff Van Gundy came over and was like, "You don't have that kind of like." Pool. This isn't exactly what he said, but he said something along the lines of like, you don't have that pool here. You can't just change coverages. And there's probably just like little things like that constantly over time. And if there's no other players in the locker room, if you're a dick and nobody else really cares that you're there, there's really nobody pulling for you. Really, the only thing that was keeping Chris Paul there, I think, was just like the reputation he's built over his career, and kind of the leeway he's bought himself for being such a professional and having such a long career. But it seems like his clout kind of ran out. If you're not really bringing a lot to the table as much anymore, if you seem to be more of a problem in the locker room, I'm not agreeing with these things. I'm just trying to get my head around the thinking that would cause the Clippers to send him home this way. And that's the only thing I can think of. It's like he really had no other friends or no one going to bat for him in that locker room or organization anymore, despite being a Clippers legend. So it's weird, but that's the only explanation to me is like it wasn't just one thing or two things. It was kind of like he's rubbing a lot of people the wrong way, and really no one's going to bat for him. So if no one's got your back and no one likes you, and you're not really supporting the team or helping in winning ways, and we know the Clippers aren't winning, it's just a recipe for disaster. And it sucks that Chris Paul has to go through this in his retirement season, but it is what it is at this point. I don't know where he ends up. It was odd, but I was just trying to get my head around what I thought the Clippers were thinking. And that's the only thing that I could come up with is he's just kind of ran his course with that organization, but how they handled it wasn't great either.
Well, trying to understand crazy is pretty difficult there, Bryce. The Clippers are a trash organization, sir. And this is like a small piece, a small indictment of the chaos and just fuckery that's going on over there.
Just this season alone.
There you go. So, although Chris Paul has a reputation of being a phallus, as you guys so eloquently put it earlier, I don't see that as a negative thing, especially when you're trying to win. You want that type of mentality in your locker room to be pushing guys to be the best they can be. And when the theme I'm hearing here, not only from basketball fans and panelists and former players, is that he shouldn't have this attitude, being that he's in his 20th season. I don't know what season he's in.
Yes,
and that he's 30 whatever years old. He's not the player he used to be. They're giving all of these reasons why he shouldn't have this attitude of wanting to be great and disciplined and hardworking. And to me, that's backwards as hell, bro. To not want to have somebody around that's going to push you to be better, to be a leadership, to be a vocal leader, as well as someone who's going to demonstrate leadership, someone you could follow. When you have coaches coming to you and telling you don't have the pool you used to have, you're at odds with the coach, and the players are not listening to you because of how old you are, and people are just tired of hearing. People are tired of hearing you strive for greatness. To me, that's backwards as hell. I use Kobe a lot as the standard, and I don't really know if that's ever happened in the Laker locker room when Kobe was in there in his latter years, even after his Achilles injury. I seen him on Jimmy Kimmel looking down on Nick Young and them young guys when they were like celebrating for winning a game against a random Jazz or some shit. Like, I don't know, man. It's to me, it's like a reflection of the time we live in, and also just a look into this organization and the mentality they have as far as winning. What are they, like 6-15 right now?
Yeah, they won 6 games.
They got a loser mentality, and that organization, despite their best efforts, all continues to have a losing culture.
Correct. And so CP3 is probably their best player. He's a Hall of Fame player, top 75. They should have treated him with more respect and more dignity to just drop him off in the middle of the night. I heard it was like a 3-hour meeting they had after a game. Was it Miami or I forget? They were on their way.
It was after Miami, but they were in Atlanta, and Lawrence Frank flew all the way from Los Angeles to meet with Chris Paul.
Right. That is wow.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night. They said CP3 was going to a Wake Forest game the next day or something, and he said, nope, we got to have this meeting now. So whatever it was, they're not talking about the details of the meeting or what was being discussed, but I don't think it was whatever he was doing. I don't think it was a negative thing. It might have broken up the bullshit culture that is there, and they didn't like that. But I don't think it was a bad thing, knowing his reputation.
I want to put a cap on this one by saying that seeing what the Bucks did with Dame, cut him after he tore his Achilles, that was bad. That was really bad. This shit right here to me is worse. Like the disrespect of, like, as you guys said, a future Hall of Famer, top 75. Had been it would be a different conversation if he's never played for the franchise. It'd be a different conversation. He spent damn near 9 years there. Okay. He decided between Phoenix and the Clippers to have this quote unquote last season with. So they knew what they were getting when they signed him.
Right.
It don't make sense. It's stupid. And I'm gonna blame James Harden, who's never been a leader a day in his life. I'm gonna blame Kawhi Leonard, who's never been a leader a day in his life. It doesn't make sense, as you said, Pat, for a guy who's trying to hold the team accountable, who's probably saying, "Hey guys, we are better than this," and then you get rid of him.
It's backwards.
It's gross. I hope he takes his ass back to OKC. I hope they do win. I hope they win the championship, and then he can walk away a winner. That's what I hope. That's my hope for him. Do you guys think we've seen the last of Chris Paul, or what?
Hell no.
I don't think so.
Okay. So
just for his leadership alone, somebody will take him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So this Giannis situation, we've been dealing with this for about 3 years. He wants to go, then he says he wants to stay. So he's doing it again now. I'm going to throw it to you first, Pat. As far as Giannis, do you think this is finally the year that he gets out of Milwaukee?
Well, speculation is at its all-time high. We have he cleaned up his Twitter or Instagram account, erased all Buck paraphernalia up until a certain point. He's tired of losing. They still been playing pretty good without him, though. That's surprising. But I don't know, man. It's so much in the air. He's talked about all the Euros, the top Euro players going to bigger markets and dominating. That's a thing. He took a small market team to the ultimate glory. So that will be a reason, to stay, in my opinion. He has all the perks of a superstar on that team, with even providing employment for his younger or his older brother. I forget which one he is to him. But I don't know, man. But I do know this. I don't know all the particulars, the ins and outs, his wants and desires of what he would like to do in the future. But I know there's a home waiting for you, Giannis. Okay? We will welcome you with open arms. We will give you anything you want. You want LeBron out of there? We will give you this. Okay? Luke ain't going nowhere. We might let go of Lemon Daddy, but we'll get rid of everybody for you, okay? So come on home. Come on home. We ready. You want a major market? You want to go to the next level? Come on home. That's all I got to say about that. Come on home, Giannis.
Y'all don't even got fucking draft picks to include in that.
We'll make it work, Giannis. Nike did whatever. You see how the Clippers tried to plant trees to get Kawhi there. We've been doing this. We'll figure it out. Come talk to us. We'll figure it out.
I love how immediately Cam thinks about how y'all can't get him just because he's already thinking about how the Heat can snag him. Of course.
First of all, fuck
he's
you.
like trying to...
I am non-biased with fuck you. Okay. So now, Bryce, you have the stage. Because I could mention the text that you sent me the other night, could the Magic trade a certain player on their team for Giannis? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna do that.
When you see Giannis might be traded, you see some wild suggestions, and you see them from just about every team, I'm sure. If you go into their fan base's social media, I'm sure you see some wild stuff. Yeah, and some people were floating around. It's like, hey, should we try to get in? I saw people suggesting Magic should try to get into it without even trading Paolo somehow. Anyway,
What?
yeah, I know exactly. That's why I sent it to Cam as a joke about. I was like, hey, would you trade Paolo for Giannis just to see his reaction? And but yeah, I mean, I'm with Pat. We can't. All we're hearing are rumors. Giannis hasn't come out, and I'm not saying this is how things are done anyways, but he hasn't come out and said, I want to leave Milwaukee. We've heard rumors saying he wants out. We've heard rumors saying he hasn't asked for anything. I know in my experience following the NBA, usually these things lead to the stars leaving. Once in a while they stay, not often. Sometimes in Luka's case, they wanted to stay and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, I have a hunch we've seen Giannis play his last Milwaukee game because he's hurt. Yeah, quote unquote. Well, I mean, it's hard. I mean, can't play around calf strains. We figured that out real quick. So, whether or not it's real or not, and Giannis is taking down a lot of his Milwaukee Bucks stuff, I guess, off social media, according to what you guys have said. So, there's signs there. There's smoke. I personally think there's been smoke for so long that we're kind of ending the end of it, and I do think he's going to leave. I think he would have been gone already had they not won a championship. That bought the team and Giannis 2 to 3 years worth of goodwill, I would say, towards each other. And I think Milwaukee's done everything they could, and things haven't worked out since that championship year. They had injuries before they traded away what's his name to Washington, Middleton. The Dame injury, even with that trade, the team never really took off the way they were hoping. So they've been on the decline for years. The championship bought them a few years, but I think it's time. I don't really want Giannis in the East, but I think it's best for the NBA if he stays for the East, just because there's so much talent out West. I think it's going to be the Knicks personally. I don't think he wants to come to Florida. If he does, it'll definitely be to Miami. But I don't think that's his first pick. If he had to go somewhere, all the rumors seem to point towards the Knicks being where he wants to go, and I think they could pull off that trade. So, my hunch is he goes to the Knicks. I don't think he finishes the season in Milwaukee.
It's very honest of you, Bryce, that he doesn't want to go to Orlando.
Well, he specifically said Florida as well, so that's why I threw there. There's a chance that he could still snag him, more so than Orlando, of course, because I don't even think we're going to attempt it. However, he did say Florida, the entire state. So yeah.
Damn.
This is what I'm going to say, and this is not me being a Heat homer or anything like that.
Of course not.
Of course not, Cap.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It's high integrity here, okay? Giannis has always flirted with Miami, okay?
So is every other free agent of value?
Can I finish?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sure.
Conversation, and y'all are never in the conversation. All right. So with that said, the year that they won the championship, that the offseason prior, he decided between coming to Miami or staying with Milwaukee. He stayed. He got great story, right?
Great story.
Yeah, it really was, and went through Chris Paul when they were down 0-2 to win it. By the way, I'm not buying New York only because that might be where he wants to go, and it's cute. If New York can pull off the trade, that'd be phenomenal. From what I'm hearing, Milwaukee don't want no part of that. They just don't. they want to start shedding. If they trade Giannis, they're going to start shedding salary. They don't want to bring in a lot of they need expiring contracts. They don't need anyone with a contract right now if they decide to move on from Giannis. So if New York can pull that off without Cat, which they could possibly do, but it will weaken them. Okay. Throw in Bridges, throw in OG, a couple of bench players. It's going to weaken them a little bit. The only reason why Miami works is, one, we have draft picks. Two, we have Tyler Hero, who is from the Milwaukee area. Three, we got a bunch of young talent. Jaime Jaquez, the Jokic. We got some young talent we can throw out there, even where, which I don't want to lose, but we're talking about Giannis, okay? The ace in the hat is Giannis and Bam have the same agent. That's the ace in the hat, okay? So Miami would have an advantage by virtue of that because the agent already knows how we do things in Miami through Bam. So I like our team where it's at right now. If they want to do it, fine. If not, fine. I just don't think Milwaukee's going to give up Giannis. They're not going to take any big salary hits, which eliminates Cat right there. That's why they don't want him. As far as the Lakers, y'all got young talent, but y'all don't got the draft picks. As far as the Magic, definitely no draft picks, but you got young talent. So Bryce brought this up, and Pat, I'm going to throw it to you real quick. Bryce said it wouldn't be fair if San Antonio or OKC can get into the Giannis sweepstakes.
Oh wow!
Because they have
hell
picks.
No, it wouldn't be fair. No,
they have what it takes to get him. They have what it takes.
They have the talent.
It matters if they decide.
They got picks. They got draft picks too, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hell no, that wouldn't be fair. What the fuck? Giannis with the MVP or Wemby? That is crazy.
It's possible. God. It's possible. And there's one more dark horse team that I mentioned to Bryce and we talked the other day. Boston. They got the picks. They got talent. You get rid of Jaylen Brown and some picks. You bring in Giannis. You got Tatum coming back at the end of the season. So you have that pairing of Giannis and Tatum. So
that would be crazy.
That's more dark horse, but technically
it's a dark horse because, like I said, Milwaukee doesn't want to take on a big contract, which Brown has. So it is a big dark horse. But if I'm every team's gonna pick up the phone and be like, "What we got to do to get him?" Everybody's gonna call. Yeah. Yes. But Boston's interesting now because they have championship pedigree. No disrespect to New York, they haven't won a championship since 1972.
Sounds personal, Cam.
No, I
don't know. Paul Pierce put out that they should get rid of Brunson and bring Giannis over to the Knicks. Then you'll have the duo of Cat and Giannis. I don't know how that would work.
Who gonna run the point?
Contract wise, you got Mikal Bridges. You got they got what's my boy name? We drafted him. I don't know. They got a bunch of guards on their team, bro. They don't need I mean, you just throw the ball down to Cat and Giannis, bro. You can make something work down there. I don't know. I feel like I can play point guard. I can play.
I feel like New York values Brunson. I feel like New York values Brunson though higher than anybody else on that team. I mean, I'm not
currently.
Yeah,
currently, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're not giving.
But if you have a chance to get Giannis, bro, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Brunson,
everything's on table.
You feel me?
Yeah, I wonder if this will. Do you guys think it'll turn into a bigger 3-team trade with the way the league has been going the last few weeks? Giannis isn't the only guy that has rumors around him. Teams have been talking about Trae Young, LaMelo Ball, Ja Morant, even Anthony Davis because of the rough start Dallas has been off to. Do you guys think this is just a straight up 2-team trade, or do you think this because of the bigger contracts that would be involved in this, do you think this becomes a bigger 3, even 4-team trade?
If New York is going to give up Cat, it's going to be a 3-team trade because somebody else is going to have to take on.
Right.
So somebody else is going to have to take on that salary. He might ship his ass back to Minnesota.
Cat's going to end up in Charlotte, and LaMelo's going to end up somewhere else. What's going to happen?
Oh my God. That would be crazy.
Hey, I mean,
I'm just here for the aftermath.
You know who I don't think gets enough respect is the guy who just dropped 40 on the Heat last night. Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine, yes, he did drop 40.
He's still got something to offer. I'd say more than outside of maybe Sabonis on Sacramento, because it seems like Sacramento wants to blow that team up too.
Zach needs to move on. He does need to move on. And after dropping 40 points on the Miami Heat,
that's what we're doing.
I think he shows that he's still a viable player in the NBA. So I definitely agree on that, Bryce. Yes.
Okay. So let's move along to your team, Patrick. Okay. So
the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yes, we're gonna talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, and I'm gonna say publicly again for our 2 to 3 listeners that
we got more than 2, bro. We got 120. We got like 120.
I'm gonna give.
And growing, we're growing every week.
We are
every week.
Growing. We appreciate all our subscribers.
Yes.
Look, give JJ Redick an apology because I ripped JJ Redick, and I'm gonna give him an apology and say that he's actually coaching well right now.
Oh wow!
Yes. The Lakers are very.
Well, I'll throw that out there. I thought he'd be fired after year 1.
Yeah. Eat some crow this morning, fellas. Yes.
Got no problem being wrong. Shit, yeah, I got no problem being wrong. So
a recent track record with LA coaches. That's all.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, but we got another year at the max, bro. You know, it's a 2-year average with our coaches. So
I'm going to give them some love. Now here comes the backhanded.
Here we
it's
go.
Always there with it.
Always. I've been watching. I haven't been watching a lot of games, but I've been watching the stats, and I know this streak ended the other night off of a 4 for 17 shooting performance. I'm not worried about the assist to Ruri. I'm not worried about that. Last year you averaged 25 points a game. This year you're averaging 14 points a game.
Why, Cam? Context.
What's the context? This is where I need you to help me out with. What's the context?
Well, he missed the entire training camp. Let's talk about that.
That's what I told him.
That's fine.
No preseason.
Mm-hmm. I told him.
Off a fake injury.
Fifth game back. Where's my hand? 5th game back.
Off a fake injury. Got it.
How are you gonna say a fake injury at 40-something years old? You can roll out of bed and get a sciatica. Like, how are you gonna say that? How are you gonna say that?
If I pick up something off the floor, I break my back. It's like,
so Pat, let me ask you this.
I sneezed and been out for a day or 2. A sneeze.
Which I told you was going to happen once you hit 30. But Pat, I got a question for you. Me and you've been watching basketball for a long time, right? Have you ever heard of this injury before?
Not in basketball, but it's a human issue.
But wait. We have never heard of this. Wait. We have never heard of this particular injury in basketball, right?
But we have never had this type of player in basketball as well to be able to play at this level. I'm sure Kareem and Robert Parrish had something going on when they were still playing. You might not.
Kareem last year. Look, Kareem last year he was averaging 10 points a game. I can't remember how many games he played in right now. Your boy
I hope this doesn't come back to haunt you. I remember you attacking LeBron James when he had to miss moments in the game because of leg cramps. Do you remember?
I'm not attacking LeBron James. I'm just saying that one. I'm not attacking.
And then Cam called a leg cramp and said, I apologize for everything I ever said to LeBron James about the cramp. You could have a sciatica issue in the next year and be crying. Is what's going to happen.
That crap whooped your ass on.
So look,
you
low key calling me old. That's okay. You low key calling me old. My birthday next week. You calling me old. Okay, I get it. But what I'm saying is that I'm standing on business by saying, 1, the injury was bullshit, and 2, LeBron's half-assing it on the court. He really is. And Pat, you can't dispute that. He is half-assing it on the court. So why? I don't know. Is it because he's not in game shape? Possibly. Is it because he wants out of the Lakers? Possibly. But it just the optics doesn't look good.
I think he's doing what everybody asked him to do the last 2 years. Take a step back. You've been asking him to take a step back He had 12 assists in one of his first games back. Is he not playing good team basketball? Is he not letting, as Pat calls him, Lemon Daddy, get his? Because he has been balling. It kills me to give any Lakers flowers. I hope you guys know. I mean, it really hurts me to admit any of that. But I think LeBron is just doing what people have been asking him to do. He's not the main guy on the team anymore. He doesn't need to drop 20 points a night. He just needs to go out there and help the team win. And you can do that in a lot of different ways.
Well, his shooting percentage is hurting the team, and his lack of defense is hurting the team, despite the fact that I'm not going to say Lemon Daddy, but that player's playing well. When Luka's on the court, he's playing okay. You know what I'm saying? So, Pat, like,
I disagree. His shooting percentage is not hurting the team, and a great analysis, Bryce. I would like to say thank you for those true and valid words that you just spoke there. LeBron James is not hurting our team. He was 0 for 5, his first 5 field goal attempts the other night against the Raptors. What hurts us with LeBron is turnovers. LeBron involving other players in our defense is well received, man. Luka hasn't figured it out yet. So when LeBron's in the game, I'm going to get some. I'm going to get Jackson Hayes involved. I'm going to get DeAndre Ayton involved. I'm going to get Rui Hachimura involved. Thank you, Rui. Big time 3 the other night, baby. You feel me? I'm going to get my guys involved. So I watch my Lakers like a hawk, and I watch LeBron like a hawk too, because I want to hate on LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan. But when LeBron's in the game, LeBron produces. He may not have the efficiency stats and the this and the that, but I recognize the difference when he's in the game. So I don't think he's a detriment to my guys. I think his injury was legit. He's 40 years old. Cam, you're a hater. Let it go. He left y'all. Let it go, bro. Time to move on. It's been over 10 years now, bro. Let it go. Okay.
And the recent they were just coming back, no preseason. It's hard to come back and shoot efficiently, I feel like, especially at that age with no preseason. Like, you got to knock off a little rust, even if you're LeBron James, I feel like. At least with shooting. That's like, he doesn't have it to just ram his way to the rim and dunk over everybody anymore. So that's not unexpected to me either, considering he didn't really have much of a start or a build up to to the season. So
there's a decline.
He's turned into a jump shooter. He's turned into a jump shooter. We're not expecting him to. Oh, go ahead.
And more of a passer. He's more of a jump shooter than a passer. He's not going to be 2010 LeBron, guys. Okay, he's 2025 LeBron.
I'll take 18.
That was 5. That was 8.
A 10-point drop off, bro. A 10-point drop off, bro. It's ridiculous.
You're writing him off in 5 games?
Now, I'll also say this. He is shooting right now a career low from the field goal. Career low from the field goal. From the 3-point line, he is shooting a career low.
In 5 games, Cam. 5 games.
6 games. 6 games. That's fine.
I'd be more worried about. Let me see this more after Christmas. See if the trends continue.
All-Star break. Let me see. Let me talk this shit in March, Cam. I'm gonna be.
No, March is too far. We'll
talk this
February.
shit in March.
February.
We here before you know it.
Let's talk about this at the end of the season.
No. February. We can revisit this, because I'm telling you, he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there, and he's phoning it in. So we'll revisit this in February. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. I don't care.
You're wrong.
It's not about. Listen, it's not about him leaving Miami. I never wanted the asshole there to begin with. So it's just not about that. Trust me, it's definitely not about that. We had to ship before him. He needed us to get his, so I'm good on that.
He can hear the hate in that statement.
There's no hate. There's no hate. There's no hate whatsoever. No, there's no hate. I've seen enough of LeBron James to know when he doesn't give a shit. And right now, he doesn't give a shit. The question is, why doesn't he give a shit? And that's what we may figure out, for as the season moves on. Okay, we're 24 games into the season. Pat, you know good and goddamn well LeBron James don't give a shit. You know good and goddamn well Kobe Bean Bryant 99% of the time wouldn't be doing this shit.
All
Right
I
or
know
wrong?
is I saw LeBron go the other night in that Raptors victory. I know I saw that. So you think he didn't care because he showed that emotion in the game? You don't think that's a display
Also,
of emotion?
we shouldn't
He
be
cares about the game.
we shouldn't be comparing LeBron James' mental to Kobe's, because I think Kobe's was a little bit different than everybody's. He's on a different level.
I'm just speaking from a great player standpoint.
I
Usually,
understand
great
what
players
you
give a shit. Yeah, usually great players give a shit.
But if you take everything you say about LeBron, he isn't on that same great mental level as the rest of those guys. He has a different mindset. He's too friendly with other players in general. He just doesn't have. He has it to an extent, but he doesn't have it to the same level that Kobe and Jordan and I don't know, Bird and Magic had this shit.
Like I told you the other day, LeBron would be the first athlete in the history of all sports not to give a fuck about how he retires. And that's just the truth of it.
He does. I just don't think this is the end of it. So I think he's
look.
I think he's less engaged than usual. I don't think that will continue.
He is. If he leaves, then he'll be more engaged. That's what I'm saying. But right now, he is less engaged. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna go with next. Forgive me on that.
Michael Federer.
Fuck.
That's so random.
That's very random. So I do also want to give a little love to OKC.
For having the weakest schedule in the league so far?
Hey, that's fine. They're the champs. They're the champs. They're the champs. That's fine. They deserved it. Yeah, they earned it. Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
But they're doing everything that I needed them to do coming off of that championship win last season. Pat, are you surprised that OKC's gotten off to this hot start?
No. What the fuck? They did the same thing last year. What the fuck are we talking about?
Well, this might be historic now. They're knocking on that door.
Their record is better at this point than last year. What, they lost one game so far?
Yeah.
They started off kind of shaky, 2 double overtime.
Well, yeah.
Games, but they're on the roll.
Indiana for one, right?
There's what? I don't know.
I can't remember.
They lost
They're
one
definitely
game.
the juggernaut of the league. The championship is going through OKC again. They're on the road. They got a lot of talented, young, no-name players. I don't know any of these guys' names, bro. But it just seems like it doesn't matter who they're playing or who the player is. Mm-hmm. They just come in and they take over for the guy that just went out of the game. It's like, who the fuck is that? Bro. A lot of times, Shea is just he'll give you a timely bucket. As I watch OKC. Shea will give you a timely bucket. Let's say they're down, they haven't hit a shot in the last 3 minutes. Here comes Shea. Wow, I'm gonna get you a bucket real quick or go to the free throw line. That's all he doing, bro. He just filling in and scoring 30 as needed, But these other guys, I've never heard of them, and they're just coming in and playing great defense and out rebounding the other team and I don't know, bro. It's going to be hard to get through them. A bunch of no-name, talented young players. It's scary, bro.
They got more draft picks. It's not like they're giving up anything. They're going to continue to stay young through the draft.
Right. Yeah, I mean, eventually they're going to have to make some trades, but as of right now, this is scary, but in a good way, not a bad way, but in a good way, it's scary because we know usually when some teams win championships, they come back that next season with the fat cat syndrome and cruise and then get killed in the playoffs. OKC is hungry.
Or blow the team up. Los Angeles Lakers. What the fuck?
Yeah. So OKC is hungry right now. And like I said, they know the elephant in the room that a lot of people think they only won because Halliburton went down in Game 7. So they know. So they're out to prove this season that, no, our shit was legit and we're going to do it again. So I'm I'm afraid of them in a good way. I'm afraid of them. So because I don't see anybody beating them right now in a 7-game series. So
Is that the only team you would say you're afraid of in the entire league, Cam? Because I know you don't like to
yes,
say you're afraid of any team.
yes, yes.
From what perspective? As just a fan in general, or a Miami fan?
No, just as a fan. No, just as a fan in general. Like I don't care if I was a Magic fan. I don't want to see OKC in the finals in the 7-game series.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think anybody wants to play.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now,
unless it's for a championship.
Now, theoretically, the Lakers have a little size. Denver has a little size. If Wemby can come back and be dominant again, they have a little size. So,
not enough.
You still don't think it's no?
Not enough. Not enough. Their guard play
CP has so many weapons. They play such good defense, and they have Shea.
Yeah.
They have shot makers. They have 3-point shot makers. They have clutch 3-point shot makers. And then they have the wild cards on that team. They have the confidence of winning a championship. They have everything they need. It would take
everything.
It's going to take an all-time great run series to beat OKC. Now, not to say a team can't do it, but we're gonna see a great series if someone can beat OKC.
You have to be running on all cylinders, like no mistakes to beat a team like this.
Last topic. Oh, my bad, Pat. Go ahead.
No, you good. I was gonna say, even at their worst, they are still the best team in the league, bro. So it's gonna be hard.
Last topic. I'm looking at the standings and I see something interesting here. In the East last year is currently number 8 in the East. Cleveland Cavaliers. What the fuck is going on?
They look disjointed from all accounts. I haven't got to watch them play yet. It sounds like Evan Mobley has not taken as big of a leap as some of them would hope, and it definitely sounds like Garland has been a bit hit or miss with his productivity so far. And the team, despite having Mitchell, Allen, Mobley, all these other guys, the team's engine, for whatever reason, really seems to be connected to Garland, because that's been the team's go-to excuse 2-3 seasons now, is that when Garland's on the court and healthy, they look really hard to beat, and when he's not exactly right, they can be beaten. And I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Got it. Pat, any thoughts on Cleveland? They're 4-6 in their last 10 games.
Nobody's scared of them in the playoffs outside of the regular season.
The Warriors beat them last night. No Steph, no Draymond. So
no Jimmy too. I don't think Jimmy played.
I don't know. I never really was confident in them even last year. I didn't see them making it far in the postseason. This year, I haven't really been watching too much of them. I do know when Garland is playing well that they do win. Donovan Mitchell, he's fairly consistent in his play. I know last night was a low-scoring game. I think they scored like 15 in the first quarter or some shit like that. Both teams scored low in the first quarter, but
didn't they both end up under 100?
I can't remember the final score, but you might be right about that. I don't know what's
99. It was 99 and 94.
What's their center name? I forget. He's been out too, right?
Allen?
Afro. Jared Allen. Right, Jared. He's been out. Evan Mobley. And Garland's, he's like you said, he seems to be their spark plug in their gauge on their success. So I don't know, man. It's early in the season. Maybe they'll make a turnaround. You never know, man. I don't know. But I know the East is trash.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good. The East is trash, and they still have an opportunity to win in the East, or at least be somewhat successful. So we'll see.
Cleveland's best season, I felt like, was last year, and they still got put out earlier than expected in the playoffs. I just not. They could be number one all season, and I just wouldn't be afraid of them. or worried about them the same way I would be even Detroit or maybe New York. Is just I feel like it's almost too easy to pump Cleveland if you're a decent team.
Yeah. I mean, Pat, this conversation was before you joined the podcast, but I wasn't happy when they got rid of JB Bickerstaff for the coach they have now. JB went to Detroit. Detroit's number one in the East right now. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Maybe they should have kept JB there. I don't know. But with that said, we're going to wrap it up for this week's episode of the Hardwood Nation podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share our content. Drop comments below. We always respond unless Pat drops a comment that says pause. And everyone stay safe. We are out.
Enjoy that new Diddy documentary.
Oh, shit.
I'm glad we can all agree, though. I'm pretty sure we could agree even before. But yeah, fuck Boston. Boston's tougher than fucking should be.
Always Boston. Yeah. All right. So
I didn't want to bring that up. Yeah, fuck that.